It's me, Mario!
Welcome back to Super Mario 64.
Pitiful.
Anyway, in the last part,
Pitiful.
I was telling a story. We're going inside the pyramid this time, by the way.
I'm crunching.
Crunchy carry.
Crunchy carry. I just
What?
have one more crunch left.
Okay, So, yeah, I explained the, lastly, what happened previously is I explained, with my shitty-ass laptop, the editing took so long, alright?
Mm-hmm.
And then, we started doing the commentary. A commentary that was a recording session that was 3 parts in length, and, took 3 attempts to do. The first 2 times, Gabe was there. The 3rd time, Gabe was not able to make it, and it was just me and Carrie. And that was Carrie's official debut. Well, actually unofficial, because the Super Mario Bros. 1 part went up first, but...
That's a lot of pressure. Brand new and oh, just you and one other person.
Also, it was the 3rd attempt, and we were super drained from the first 2.
Yeah.
Because of all the technical difficulties that were going on. After that
remember
happened,
all those.
after all that shit, I realized, you know what? If we want to continue this, we're gonna do it when I get a new computer.
And not use Skype recorder eventually.
Oh, well, we were using Skype recorder already at that point.
I know we were, but that's what eventually we switched out of, and that was a pretty good choice.
Anyway, here we are in the pyramid.
In the catacombs. That's what they're called in The Sims. What's the vacation pack? I don't know. I played that one. And you could go into the catacombs, they were called.
God, you know
and
Carrie's serious
encounter
when
mummies.
she's talking about how she played a game.
I liked the vacation
On 4
expansion
towers,
pack.
one must alight. Then at the peak shall shine the light.
Cryptic metaphor.
That won't matter right away, but will matter later. Anyway, what was I gonna say?
You got your new computer.
Right. I decided that I should probably get a new computer. So, the first 3 parts of Pokemon Yellow were recorded in August 2014, right before we went to Komori-Con.
Yes. Now people are gonna know where we live because they're gonna know which convention we went to.
To be fair,
Oh,
we've said,
You just got paid.
we've said Portland more than once, so it doesn't matter.
Portland, Maine.
Portland,
On the
Maine.
East Coast.
Yes,
Duh.
we are from Portland, Maine.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Wink, wink.
Anyway, yeah, it was August 2014. I didn't get my computer until January 2015 because I used my Christmas money to get it. You know.
Crema.
I'm still using that same computer to this day. It's still working fairly fine. No real issues. I think that goes to show how, I actually make responsible decisions while using the computer now compared to what I used to do, so...
I'm gonna pause for a second. Gabe, did you quote Senor Pelo?
Yes, I did.
Anyways.
I'm glad you watch him. It's good to know. I can say things and you'll get them, and I'm happy about that.
Alright.
Anyway, Evan, what kind of stuff do you do to help increase the longevity of your computer?
Well, for one, with the old laptop, I was really just using, the built-in virus protection, because I didn't really know much about, super technological stuff at that time, as I was still, in, middle school.
Still a baby.
Yeah.
But,
That has a face on it, oh my gosh, that
Yeah,
roll of
that's what I
toilet
want.
paper.
that roll of toilet paper, this is where the toilet paper's been going lately.
This is where the toilet paper's gone, you guys. Once again, for
context.
context, we're recording this on April 4th, 2020.
We're recording this
That helps anyone.
during the midst of Big C.
The big
DJ C.
DJs.
DJ Professor K from Jet Set Radio.
DJ Super C.
Anyway, yeah, so things were going along fairly smoothly. We now had, a consistent 4 members at that part, even though Carrie said she just wanted to be a guest at first. I don't even know how, Carrie became an official member. It just kind of happened, really.
I'm the type of person where I won't commit to something right away. I'll say, well, I'll just do this for a little bit, or I'll test it out as a way to not trap myself into something I don't want to do. And I think I felt it out, and I really enjoyed. And here I am, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 years later. It's got to be more than that.
It's 6 years
5
later.
years. Oh yeah, sorry. I keep
6 years,
thinking
yeah.
it was 2015 for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why, Evan. I keep thinking we met in 2015, but it was 2013.
2013, yeah, 2013.
Yeah, I don't know why. I always think 2015. The weirdest thing.
Which is weird, because you were still in high school when we met. As
I was.
I mean, I was too. She's older than me.
I was about to enter my senior year in high school.
And I was about to enter my junior year, yeah. And Gabe was still a baby boy.
What year? 2013? Yeah, it was 8th grade.
I rest my case.
I rest?
That's my favorite Conjun House gag.
It's so funny.
I love those ones where you think someone's going to say something, but then it turns a completely different direction.
Well,
Because
it's like in a
he-
courtroom too, and he's like doing his defensive statement, and he just finishes it up with "I rest," and then just falls over.
Instead of saying like I rest my case, he literally just rests. It's so funny. He does what he says. He says I rest, and he does.
What episode is that? I want to watch it sometime.
Court. I think it's like
Yeah.
episode 14 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Rest.
I call my wife and children to the stand.
No, what have you done? I have exposed you.
I love Conjun House. I hated it when you first showed it to me.
Hang on, I like how like they did like the Seinfeld end shot, and like both times just gay spaghetti just pops up in the corner too.
It's so good, dude.
Anyway, right.
Wait,
So,
gay spaghetti?
gay spaghetti
Like
chef.
spaghetti chef.
D-A-Y?
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, he can't... So that means he's cooked spaghetti, right? Because if he were straight spaghetti, he'd be raw.
That's correct. That is very correct.
Wow. Lore.
Carrie dropping big brain knowledge again.
Here we go.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Anyway, the Pokemon Yellow commentary was going fairly smoothly. We were a little sporadic. We weren't like on a once a week basis quite yet. Oh, by the way, that's what standing on the 4 pillars does. It makes this top of the pyramid be destroyed.
Damn, Evan, you're
The
quite the
pyramid's
pillar.
a volcano, too.
You're quite the pillar, man.
Ay!
What a fucking good song. That's my alarm.
Your alarm? That's a good alarm.
It is.
Actually, it really is.
Because
a
I awaken. Oh.
I get it. I'm embarrassed to get it.
Hey, if cars
What?
had a stand, what would it be called?
Oh, the character. I thought you
Legs.
meant like if cars, vehicles had stands.
No. Like, if cars had a stand, what would it be called and what would it do?
I think their wheels would turn into legs.
Whoa!
It's hands.
Who walk here? Who
Bog.
breaks seal?
That's their
Wait.
bog voice.
Ancient ones. We no like fight. Rumble. We no like intruders. Now battle.
I feel like you're using your bog
Hand
voice from Ham Ham
to
Heartbreak.
Hand. Bog like bog.
At first, we thought life was comedy. Now we realize it's a bug's life. Beat him. Ooh, clobber.
Love it.
I remember fighting this guy in Mario Kart DS as one of the bosses.
Wait, there are bosses in Mario Kart DS?
Yeah. They're like little events you can do. Or they're like missions. You
Alright.
can fight you can fight a big bully, you can do this, you can race a what can you race? Wiggler, you can yeah, it's a good time. You gotta hit this guy 3-8 times with shells. But he's also a big bitch.
I mean, he's kind of a bitch here, too. He never actually really does anything to hurt. I mean, he does, but you have to be bad. What happened? We crushed like pebble. You so strong. You rule ancient pyramid for today.
For today.
Now take the star of power. We sleep darkness.
Wait, is that mean he dies?
Yes, they died.
And his soul comes out of that fucking
We
sarcophagus
sleep darkness.
as opposed to awake light.
So anyway,
That's when you are born.
yeah. So anyway, it's the Pokemon Yellow commentary was going smoothly, but then Carrie had to go somewhere for the summer, and we just were taking a break from recording sessions, so that was like a few months break, which made things take longer.
I was gone for 5 weeks
And,
at German immersion school.
As a result, the Pokemon of all of this, the Pokemon Yellow commentary... Oh, by the way, we're doing Red Coins now, and this is one of my least favorite
Hey,
Red
buddy.
Coin missions. The Pokemon Yellow commentary took a year to complete, like, the recording sessions of. By far, the, longest one we've ever done, it has the most parts of any commentary, mind you, but, like, Pokemon Crystal only has, like, a few less parts, and we got through that quite a bit faster.
We started to be more consistent at that point.
We did start being more I mean, that was, like, the beginning of Season 3, so, like, we had already had,
Yeah.
like, a pretty, solid, like, schedule
Routine?
going on.
Yeah, schedule.
We were doing things, like, it was quite regular, But anyway, yeah, that's basically the story of...
Oh, I missed
we
it.
did the Mario Marathon afterwards, the first one, and that is basically the story of why it took 3 years for Smash Team Games Season 2 to come out.
Oh, I missed the red coin.
Yeah, this is not the only reason. Like, these 4 red coins that are just in the sky are not the only reason why this is one of my least favorites, but, there's one other red coin that is in a location that I absolutely cannot fucking stand.
Oh. Is it because it's hard to reach? Because it's not obvious?
You'll see, although it is very not obvious.
No,
Is it inside one of the boxes? Is it inside that
Well, we
Shy
already
Guy?
got one that was inside. Okay, not
it
those
inside that
boxes,
pillar?
but a destructible box. It's not
Is it
inside
inside
anything.
another red coin?
It took me a while to realize that Carrie was being a joke.
That's usually how it goes with me.
Gary, if you were a thin piece of paper put inside of a package, you'd be a card.
Oh, thanks, Gabe. I'm so
problem.
honored.
Card carrying Carrie.
Card games with Carrie.
I said card carrying, but
Wait, hang on.
Instead
What
of
are you
one of those.
doing? Oh, you're getting leverage.
Yee. Yee. Oh, what
Is it inside the beak of that toucan?
Sorry. As you can see here, the
Is it
rare
up your butt?
desert.
wait,
The rare
Carrie,
desert
that's a
toucan.
vulture, not a toucan.
It looked like a toucan because it had stripes on it.
It's also
Not a
bald and
beak.
has a neck like.
Well, yeah, earlier I saw that there was the vulture. I just for some reason thought there was a new bird. That's a really
sucks.
big beak for a vulture. Let
Yeah,
me tell
also,
you.
it can
It's a
steal...
toucan vulture hybrid.
If you're not careful, like that vulture's name is Klepto, by the way, and if you're not
Okay.
careful, he will, steal your hat. And the
Ah.
thing is, in this game, Mario... There are
Wait, but he can
multiple-
already fly. Why does he need your hat?
There are multiple ways that Mario can lose his cap, but the thing is, in this game, if that happens, Mario loses his cap, he takes double damage until he gets it back.
Yep.
I don't understand why, but that's how it works.
You know, I think I know the name of a toucan.
Like, he's trying to steal it right now, even.
Okay.
Be a Vulcan. Ooh. Live long and prosper.
Vulcan Raven?
Vulcan Raven. The snake has no arms for which to scratch its back.
How do toucans even hold their heads up with such large beaks?
Strength in neck.
It's
Big neck.
obviously it's because they eat plenty of Fruit Loops.
Just follow your nose.
For the food
Fruit Loops
taste
is
that
just candy
shows.
marketed as a breakfast cereal.
There's a lot of breakfast cereals that are like that, man.
Okay, but you
Yeah,
know my
also
favorite
mine.
thing is
Uh.
store brand knockoffs of cereals.
That's what we always had growing up.
like
Fruity
you know,
Pebbles?
instead
No.
of Fruit Loops, you got Tutti Fruities.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't remember the names of any.
Let's see. Instead of Crunch Berries, you got Berry Berry Crunch.
Yeah.
Cinnamon
Instead of Captain
Toasters.
Crunch, you have Officer
Cinnamon Toasters was,
Snap.
yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see what else do we
Can't remember
got.
those.
Trying to think. One that I like. Oh yeah. Instead of Fruity Pebbles, you have Fruity Dino Bites.
Yeah. And then there was also chocolate.
Like, my favorite, like, about that is just, like, it's like... Oh, here's the worst one, this one right here, because it's, like, close to the back in this really, increasingly narrow platform.
Next to quicksand.
Next to the edge of the stage, actually.
Oh.
Okay, I'm looking up off-brand cereal right now, and instead of tricks, there's one called pranks.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing that I love about them. Like, they're clearly trying to avoid the legal issues, but they want to express that it's pretty much the same kind of thing, but worse, so they, like, use a similar name, like just the lawyer-friendly variation.
Also, they want to fool the kids, bro.
Oh my gosh, Honey Nut Scooters! I remember those! Instead of Honey Nut Cheerios!
Scooters. New.
Oh, these are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frosted Mini Spooners.
Do the...
Tinted Frosted Mini Wheats.
Rogue. That's crazy.
Crispy hexagons!
What are crispy hexagons? Crispix?
I don't even know
that's
what
honeycomb.
picture of this guy is. Probably something like that. I don't know. But here we go. We're copying the image.
Copying the YayPeg.
Remember the honeycomb commercials where, like, everyone who ate them would turn into gremlins?
Turn into the weird, fucking, disgusting nightmare spastic creatures? Yeah, dude, that shit was terrifying. What a bad mascot. That shit scared the shit out of kids, dude.
Like, I mean, it's not just the fact that he was there, it was the fact that people were turning into him.
I was gonna say, it's like, if you eat this cereal, you will turn into this devil monster. Tear through the house and fucking break everything.
Honestly, he didn't seem like he'd be out of place in, like, Crash Bandicoot.
No, he was so weird. Ugh. Yeah, I'm glad they don't really have a mascot anymore.
Oh, here's Reese's Puffs versus Cocoa Peanut Butter Spheres.
That's not even an alternate name. That's just them describing what they are.
Cocoa Peanut Butter Spheres, I like that.
You're taking a noun. You're taking a noun and basically changing it to verb form.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right, cool name, dude.
Oh, these are good. Well, it's kind of like the crispy hexagons.
Crispy hexagons, yeah. Crispy sweet hexagons that taste like what comes from beehives.
Anyway, so here's the last one I was talking about before, pyramid puzzle. We're going into the pyramid again. You don't have to do the pillar puzzle again, but I find it easier because you start in the top of the pyramid that way, which is where you need to be. But this one sucks anyway because if you have to be very, very, very precise with your movement, or else you'll fall down to the bottom and have to climb back up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Ah!
No, he made it.
Oh, nice save, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why you can just walk up these pillars, but you can.
So you have a really strong butt. I think we've established this.
Yeah. I think that's also more in your core. To fucking scale that, like...
And just pure momentum.
It's true.
I mean, Sonic
Or you
can
could
do
just
it
have
effortlessly,
spikes in
but
your-
Mario
in your
here, you'd think that Mario wouldn't be able to do that without building up his de facto speed.
Yeah.
It's the asbestos shoes. Asbestos is attracted to stone pillars.
Oh, you see, in
almost fucking-
Mega Man Legends
Ah,
2...
look at that face!
In Mega Man Legends 2, there's actually a different pair of boots that are meant to improve your traction, particularly ice level, and they're the cleated shoes.
Cleats.
Anyway, it'll be quite some time before we play the Mega Man Legends series, but, you know, when we do it, I'm gonna be looking forward to it, because I actually really love that series.
I'm excited for it.
Remember Legends 3?
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You know what makes me mad about that? The excuse for canceling that game was that there wasn't enough demand, which is bullshit.
So I'll put some salt in a wound there.
Anyway, basically what you have to do in this one is get, like 5 very specific coins, and I just missed 2 of them, so I need to climb back up.
Affirmative.
Oh
yes, the distant rumblings of the pyramid. Oh, whoa.
I couldn't read what that said.
I said cut to where I get it right.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Look at those teeth on that pillar. That's or that
Stone.
I don't know, Stompy Boy.
You know, that was
It's crazy.
still the Legends 3. That was during that era where Capcom was canceling literally everything related to Mega Man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, they canceled 3 games in a row, and I'm 90% sure it was despite Inafune because he left on bad terms.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what? You know what? All that is nothing compared to what Konami did to Kojima.
Yeah. I feel
Like, did these guys deserve it, or
No.
were they being
Kojima
petty?
did not deserve it.
Kojima did not deserve it. Inafune, in hindsight, may have deserved it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Inafune's case was a little touchy.
I don't really
And
want,
I just-
I don't really like the idea of calling him a hack because of Mighty Number 9. Like, because, like, you know, it's like he did so much good before he did Mighty Number 9, so it's like, why is that the one game that suddenly, like, ruins his reputation entirely, you know?
Okay.
I don't get that.
Well, okay, it's the same thing as, like, you know, an audience will only remember the best part of the movie.
Oh yeah, here we are in Dire Talks, by the way. Stage
Or the
9.
worst part of the movie,
That makes
based
sense.
on the position of whether that was at the start of the movie or the end of the movie. If the bad was at the beginning and the good was at the end, they'll remember the good. If the great was through the beginning but it had like a really bad ending, everyone is gonna remember the bad because that's what you leave off on.
Yeah.
You know, say,
Yeah.
if he would have like stopped on Mega Man 9, like let's say hypothetically, if he stopped on Mega Man 9, a good game, right? Everyone would remember him for being like a fantastic game designer.
You mean if he stopped on Mega Man 10?
That's what I meant to say, sorry. But he ended on Mighty Number 9, which was dog shit. So everyone is going to remember his last project, which was the steaming pile of garbage.
You know what his latest project was, though, right? It's a mobile game.
MOBA. Let's go.
Basically, his company got bought by Level 5.
Okay.
I think they make Yokai Watch.
Yeah, they do.
Basically he's now on mobile game duty.
Nice.
But I mean, you know, like
Phone
that's
gamers.
like I feel like that's kind of a graveyard in a sense too.
It's a graveyard, but it's also a, you know, good market. Because there's a lot of gacha games right now that are popping still. You got fucking
On a note of what you were
Masters.
talking about though, Gabe, like people will typically like remember the worst of a thing like right away.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of yeah, we're just trying to get onto Bowser's submarine here. That's all we're doing.
Nice.
Submarine.
Bowser just has a submarine.
Bowser has a U-boat on standby.
There's
Not even
nothing
surprised.
like the only thing that the submarine has anything to do with though is the star that's on top. Like other than that, there's nothing.
You hate to see it. What does he even do the submarine for? He doesn't do fucking underwater.
By clearing that star, you now have access to the second Bowser stage. However, we're going to do another star in Dire Talks first.
I don't know why. Yeah, why does Bowser have a U-boat? It's not like the Mushroom Kingdom builds like battleships
Yeah.
or heavy destroyers.
I don't know. Anyway, like what you were mentioning before, like how people always remember the worst thing. It seems like unless you're like like an actual fan of the series, fuck this star by the way. You need to open these chests in the right order again, but it's while this current is sucking you in.
Whirlpool.
What
That's not
I think of right away is Haruhi. Whenever anything gets mentioned, like an announcement relating to Haruhi, like English fans in particular will be like, "Oh, isn't that one series with Endless 8?"
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
See, so like, and it's and it's not. I don't know. We learned about it in my psych class, but since then I've forgotten the term. But it's just part of the human condition to remember.
Yeah.
To remember what happens last.
Basically,
Yeah.
So
to remember what happened last. Well, that's not what happened last in the Haruhi series. In fact, I'd like to remind a lot of
Pretty
people
close
that
to
what
what
happened, what did happen last in regards to the anime, is restored a lot of people's faith in this franchise just because of how good it was. But people still always remember Endless 8 because of how frustrating it was.
Yeah. That's not even how it happened in the original book. In the original book, it was just one run through in one chapter.
Yeah, I think. And you know what? I actually have a lot of appreciation for Endless 8 just because every single episode is like completely redone from the ground up with like, and no one is worse in quality than the other.
Yeah.
It's just that
It's
people-
tedious, especially
it's
when you think,
tedious,
man,
yeah.
imagine what else they could have done with 7 episodes based on the plots that are in the novels.
On that note, to be very specific, because they were going for chronological order, 7 episodes of space is the exact amount of space that would have taken up Disappearance had they gone for an episode format as opposed to a movie.
I like that they did a movie with that.
Yeah, it really... works in its favor.
Yeah.
Also, they would have probably used the regular soundtrack for Disappearance had it been episodes, and while the regular soundtrack's fine, like the full orchestrations that we get instead make it so much better.
I agree. It's meant to be watched in one go, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's quite long.
Yep, the second longest animated feature ever made.
It's quite lengthy.
The other two are
It's
also
very lengthy.
the other two are also anime, and they belong to the Yamato franchise.
Battleship Yamato?
Battleship Yamato, yes.
Holy shit, dude. No way, really? That's fucking crazy.
And also, they're only a couple minutes apart from Disappearance. Both first and
That's
third
fucking-
place are both Battleship Yamato movies.
That's fucking nuts, dude. Battleship Yamato is like hype as fuck, but there's... I don't know, man. I don't know the movies were that long. That's nuts.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's just those two, but I don't know.
Still, man, that's some lengthy movies for movies about space battleship, bro. That's nuts.
Isn't
my
that
shark
basically
question.
where sci-fi, isn't that pretty much like what was like the most popular form of sci-fi in Japan before Gundam came along?
Absolutely, yeah.
And now there
it was
are
Wait,
also-
what's
six.
that?
Yeah, it was that was pre-Mex, and it was certainly Antime.
And then Gundam happened, and now there are 6,000 Gundam series.
Which
Wait, so
is-
what was the popular type of sci-fi before that? I was paying
just
attention
kind
to the
of-
games. Sorry.
It was actually, you know, Will can tell you about this too. It actually stemmed from Star Trek, and Star Trek was actually mad popular in Japan. So it was space exploration, which was really popular in Japan at the time.
Mm.
And then, like Evan said, this new thing at the time, again, new thing came out like mechs, and you know there's been, you know, cybernetic, you know, giant, you know, tokusatsu series beforehand, but not in
Yeah.
the sense of like in anime, right?
And then
so that's
suddenly,
when, like,
everyone started going, "You love giant robots! I dig giant robots! We dig giant robots! Chicks dig giant robots!" Nice!
What's
I
that
love
for?
that.
It's Megas XLR, one of the best
Yep.
shows that Cartoon Network ever had, and it got cancelled!
Yeah, man, and will never be renewed. You hate to see it happen.
You hate to
yep.
see it happen.
Yeah, hate to see it happen, but it was space exploration and like crew interaction, I guess. And yeah, it was a good time.
That reminds me of Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, sir. See, that's another popular one, right?
Space
There were no mechs in that series, but it was space exploration. That's
Yeah.
fucking-
I mean,
that's
Bebop, I feel like, was more centered around the bounty
Sure.
hunting concept,
Yes,
just
sir.
in
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, it wasn't.
'Cause,
it's
like,
true.
you know,
It
it's
was
trying
like
to-
the post-space exploration era.
It was an,
Yeah,
it's an, because like Bebop is an anime that was trying to feel like a Western bounty hunter movie.
yeah, man.
Yes.
And that's why it's so fucking sick. It's considered one of the, you know.
Yeah,
anime
it's
goats.
amazing. It's amazing to us. Japan didn't care for it that much.
Yeah,
Japan, as in the personification of the entire country, did not
yeah.
care for
Yeah,
it.
Land of the Rising Sun, the actual, like, you know, body of the island. All,
Yeah, it didn't care
they,
for it.
collectively, they all got together and said, yeah, we don't like this.
All the islands got together and had a meeting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, like, I think the fact that it was inspired by actual Western stuff is probably part of the reason why the dub was executed so well.
It was so
And
good.
also they changed a bunch of, they changed Spike's character, kind of. Or they had Steve Blum, like, do a different take on it. Because in the, you know, original Japanese, like, dub, right? He's kind of like a straight-edge, serious, kind of like, I don't want to say boring. He's, you know, he's the one-liner bounty hunter, the Western
Yeah.
bounty hunter. But in, you know, over here in the States in the dub, they made him a fucking slick, cool guy, a player. He's a fucking rad dude, you know. In the movie, he's like fighting Elektra, right? Jennifer Hale. And, you know, she's like, the more you know, the less, like, the more you know, the shorter your life will be. And he's like, I love a chick that could kick my ass. That's like so fucking cool, dude. Dude, Spike's so fucking cool.
Spike is amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
next
he's
time on Smash Team Games, maybe we'll talk about more Cowboy Bebop.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.